Welcome to DeFi Crypto today. Our topic today is drops, instant loans for JPEG, NFTs, and metaverse assets. This is a brand new protocol and that wants to provide liquidity NFT holders. So essentially, if you've got some NFTs from some collections, you can go and put them here as collateral and borrow against them, which is quite interesting because the NFT market is amazingly huge. A lot of times, like some people will invest large amounts of money in NFTs, but then all that value is locked up, right? And they want to keep the NFT, and sometimes they want to access some of the value that's locked up in there. And Drops provides a way for doing that. So we're going to have a look at this. The protocol is on Ethereum, and we're going to have a quick look at the demonstration here. So you can get a token on Uniswap, Gate.io, or MEX Global. And they explain here how the NFT loans work. So you select a lending pool. So right now they've got 3 lending pools contain different kinds of NFTs. We're going to have a closer look at that. Then if you have the NFTs that are on those lending pools, you can supply your NFT as collateral. And the collateral value is determined by an oracle that is designed especially for this. Okay, so you get a fair value for your NFT. The way it works is that you get, for the collection, you get the NFT floor TWAP oracle, which means that, let's say you have various, let's say there's 10,000 NFTs in one collection, and the floor price is, let's say, 5 NFTs, while some, maybe you paid 20 NFT, the floor price is, let's say, 5 ETH, and you paid 10 ETH for your specific NFT, you can borrow only against 5 ETH because that's the floor price for that collection. Okay, it does not give you, the oracle that they use does not give you the value for your very specific NFT. Okay, it's based on the floor price of the collection. All right, so you can borrow against your NFT. Here it says 30%, but I think in the latest article, they say up to 60%. So we'll have a closer look at the article in a moment. And then it says, manage your credit, don't exceed your borrow limit to avoid NFT liquidation. So there is a very big risk here. If the NFT market is crashing and the price of your NFTs are going down, you risk getting liquidated. So keep a close eye on your borrowings, okay? All right. You can also earn yield with your NFTs because once you borrow, you can take the stablecoin that you borrowed and you can deposit them to earn some income. So they show you how to do that here. And yeah, so let's have a closer look inside this. So we've got the Twitter page, and they recently announced that the Drops system, the Mainnet is live at Drops. So now people can stake their NFTs and borrow against them. And they've got lending pools with some very interesting yields and so on, which we're going to have a closer look at, and so on. Now, what we got, if we go back to the top, the documentation explains a lot of stuff. Some of it is a little bit technical when it comes to the lending and so on, and they've got various types of tokens that are generated here. All right, so basically, as we talked earlier, the Drops DAO provides loans for NFT and DeFi assets. The protocol uses lending pool that enables any type of NFT asset to be used as collateral, from collectibles and metaverse item to financial NFTs. Users can leverage their idle NFTs and DeFi tokens to obtain loans and earn extra yield. That's the utility here. All right, so the best explanation is in their Medium page, I think. It's a little bit less technical, the way they write it. So if we have a look here, by the way, all the links are in the description below. So if you want to read the article, it's easy for you to get there. All right, so they keep talking about the size of the NFT market, which is huge. Okay, it's over $25 billion and so on. Like basically in 2021, you saw the rise of two trends. You saw the rise of the NFT market, which exploded. And at the same time, you also saw the rise of the DeFi market. And they're using different technologies, but Drops is trying to merge the two to provide even greater utility, which I think is quite interesting. Because personally, I think the future is for NFTs. Practically every asset is going to have an NFT stuck to it. You're going to buy a house, a car, clothing, whatever, and they're all going to have NFTs linked to the physical asset at some point. It's not just going to be virtual assets like pictures and monkeys and punks and so on. Okay, we're going to have like NFTs associated with real physical assets, and we're going to need markets like these in order to be able to get liquidity out of those assets. Okay, so we're going to be able to borrow and earn income on those assets as well, using protocols a little bit like Drops. So Drops is really at the forefront of this. It's very innovative. All right. So as the NFTs have continued to explode in popularity, their utility has still been quite limited in many regards, particularly due to their non-fungibility. For example, many NFTs have millions of dollars in daily trading volume, meaning that they're relatively liquid and have captured the interest of a wide user base. This demonstrates tremendous promise for their usability as collateral, turning them into far more attractive financial vehicle. Obviously, if the NFTs are liquid, okay, if they're traded extensively, it's a lot more attractive for a lender to use them as collateral, because if you default on your loan, they can sell the NFT very easily. Now, NFTs and DeFi, as a direct result, the link between NFTs and DeFi has strengthened. Oracles can now be created, and NFTs can be evaluated in a more accurate manner, fostering greater utility and confidence. And that's what Drops wants to do. Now, in particular, blue chip NFTs can be used as collateral to instantly borrow digital assets in a decentralized, permissionless manner due to the higher liquidity and deployment of oracles to power price feeds. This provides greater utility to lenders and borrowers in the NFT space, letting them put their assets to work in different ways for potential financial benefit while also removing friction. So obviously, blue chips would be like the CryptoPunks, the Bored Apes, and so on, because those are very, very liquid. There's a lot of transactions every day on those collections, okay? And which makes them a lot more attractive for a lending market. All right. Now, these are some of the benefits that you have using the type of market that Drops provides. So you have instant available liquidity. Okay. Essentially, you collateralize your NFTs via DeFi smart contracts, and you have instant access to cash. Major NFT value added. Instant loans mean that NFTs you hold in your wallet are far more productive, turning them into new metaverse asset class with a plethora of financial benefits, including greater composability with DeFi and potential to increase yield aggregator, to create yield aggregators. Yeah, like a lot of people don't quite understand NFTs, and they think it's just a JPEG. right? Well, what's the point of using that? Well, the NFT makes it a lot more usable, a lot more interesting. Okay, and if you can get a loan against your NFT, that picture that you bought now becomes a productive asset that can generate income. Okay, and that's why it's very attractive. Yield farming opportunities with the loan provided by the NFT locked in as collateral. Users can use the loan to purchase other assets and further engage in and earn via the DeFi ecosystem. So you lock in your NFT as a collateral, you borrow against it, and then you can take the stable coins that you borrowed, deposit them somewhere else to generate income. Okay, so your NFTs now are income producing assets. That's the very interesting attribute here. No middleman. Yeah, they don't take a commission for doing this. They just charge you interest. Okay, and limited barrier to entry. Since platforms use smart contracts to lending and borrowing, no screening process or credit checks are required to take out loans, meaning capital is available to anyone with the necessary collateral. So if you happen to have a Bored Ape or a CryptoPunk, you don't need to fill up a form. You don't need to give your name, your social security number, your credit. You don't need to do a credit check and so on. So if you've got a very valuable CryptoPunk that's worth millions, maybe you can borrow, hundreds of thousands of dollars or more without any of that hassle. It's very, 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 very convenient. At DropsDAO, our goal is to make the lending process as simple as it can be. We provide various lending pools and that users can browse through to see which will accept their particular NFT. I'm going to see that in a moment. The underlying architecture is built on a permissionless and trustless fashion, allowing the protocol to support any NFT collection. Right now, it's limited to a few, but because they just started. But at some point, they could have hundreds or even thousands of different kinds of NFT collections. Key use cases: power your loan with yield. Loans obtained using your NFTs as collateral can be used for other DeFi purposes, such as using stablecoins to generate yield or earning the DOP token as a direct reward for borrowing. Users who supply liquidity earn interest plus the DOP token. The vaults allow you to elevate your newly acquired portfolio by enabling automation. This means that the infrastructure and technology built into our vault will help users power their loan with yield, leveraging your borrowed funds in order to generate the most optimal returns by turning your NFTs into yield-generating assets. And they're even planning to create NFT perpetuals, which is quite interesting. Maximize utility for your NFTs by enabling margin and leverage on the most popular NFT collections like CryptoPunks, in addition to futures or perpetuals to bet on the future value of those assets. So if you like to speculate or gamble, this could be a lot of fun. And it's also an interesting source of revenue for the protocol. If they open up an NFT perpetuals futures market, they could generate a lot of yield with this, which would be good for the token holders. Benefit for NFT DAOs: higher NFT liquidity, less NFT sell pressure. Basically, if the NFTs are locked in as collateral, people are less inclined to just sell their NFTs to get cash. And that keeps, typically, they would maintain the price of those NFTs higher. Okay, and then yield generation, as we saw already, you can generate income from the proceeds of your loan. All right. Okay, so here they're talking about the mainnet that's live. And that happened just a few days ago. So they're introducing their new NFT lending pools. And see, on the website they said 30%, but here it says 60% that you can borrow. So you can borrow up to 60% of the NFT floor value. All right, and right now these are the three collections that you're allowed to borrow against. You got the Bored Ape Yacht Club, the CryptoPunks, and the Mutant Ape Yacht Club. All right. And before we check the website, I wanted to let you know that they have been audited by Peck Shield, and as far as I remember, everything looked pretty cool. Yeah, they had some high and medium and low issues, but I believe they've been resolved. All the high issues have been fixed, and the rest have been confirmed. So the main things look like they're okay. All right, as far as I can tell. All right, now let's have a look at the protocol itself. So if you go in the lending pools here, this is what it looks like today. There's over $7 million worth of assets that have been supplied, and almost $1 million has been borrowed against them. So what you see here, well, I don't own any Bored Ape or Mutant Ape or CryptoPunks, so unfortunately I cannot deposit any here. But if you have some, you can supply them here, right? And you can borrow against them at rather low rates, 1.03% here, which is not bad. I believe when you supply here, they're going to give you some bonus DOP tokens here at various rates. That's what it looks like, right? So that's what the borrowing system looks like. You can deposit any of these as collateral. You can even deposit USDC and ETH if you want to. You're not going to earn a ton on this. You might get more earnings through their DOP tokens, though. You can get about 32% on that, and here 37%. So if you wanted to, you could deposit that here and let's say some ETH to earn the DOP and borrow against it at 0.92%. Which is a really low rate. So there are different things you can do, there are all kinds of strategies. Just make sure that you watch the price of the NFTs or the ETH that you deposit to make sure that you're not going to get liquidated. So although they allow you to borrow up to 60% of the value, especially when we're in a down market like we are right now, I would never borrow more than 50%, okay, of what they allow me to borrow. So they say they allow me to borrow 60% of the value of my Bored Ape, let's say, if I had one. I would not go over 30%, especially not in these market conditions. And if I wanted to be really, really safe, I would go even lower than that. Here you can supply without to approve, but I don't have any right now, so there's no point. And this is on Ethereum, so for the gas fees, make sure you have enough gas in your MetaMask wallet. Now, this is for staking. So if you want to farm and earn 82% APY, that's APY, right? Yeah, or 127%. Now you can deposit these token pair or the NDR here, and you can earn this APY on it. Now the other one, be careful because it's an LP. You need to consider that because of the price of the two tokens are going to vary, you're going to be subjected to impermanent loss. So watch out for that. But with a very large APY like this, that should compensate for normal market fluctuation that would create any impermanent loss. So you should be okay. You should still be ahead. Although most likely the APY is going to go down over time as more and more people deposit and stake their tokens in. So join the Drops DAO Discord. Okay, this is what it looks like. So they've got their announcements. They just talked about Medium article that just came out. So the Drops DAO weekly news, and that's your vote to list Drops NFT lending pool for DBank. So they're trying to get listed at DBank. And all right, they're talking about the newsletter again, and so on. So yeah, join the Drops DAO Discord server so you know what is happening. Don't forget to check in the general discussions so you can ask these people what's going on. And if you don't understand how the protocol works or you got questions about it, ask them. They're going to answer you and help you out. All right. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Download the free book. All you have to do is put your name, your email address, and hit the submit button, and then you get a big fat button that says download the free book. And if you miss that button, don't worry, we're going to send you an email with another big fat button that says download the free book. And if you don't want to download the free book, that's okay. You go to Amazon, you pay $5.99 to Jeff Bezos, and Jeff sends me $1. See ya.